What is going on, everybody? Pete Simonetti here for NyynewsTV. Guys, the Yankee season ended yesterday, not the way we wanted it to end, of course, even for those like myself who never expected the New York Yankees to get to the ALCS. They got there and they got humiliated. They got absolutely demolished. The only game that was, really felt somewhat competitive was the last game that they lost. I know the first two games were close, but it felt the whole time that Astros was just we're gonna win those games. Game 4, you were like, the Yankees looking like, showing a bit of life, and then, every single game, there was things you could look at and things you kind of pinpoint and say, well, maybe this needed to happen different. That shouldn't have happened. This should have happened. This guy shouldn't have played. The Yankees made their bed, and they had to sleep in it. And put it this way, it wasn't a good night's sleep. I went to the gym this morning, extra long, to be honest. Had not really a lot on my mind, just a lot to process. Of course, more so with NyynewsTV in our first official season covering the New York Yankees as a company. And it was the success, obliterates anything else that happened. Now, of course, we like to see the Yankees continue, but that is not the case. But it was an amazing season. I'm going to have a thank you video coming out probably in the next week or so, 2 weeks. Going to start putting clips together and all that and having a good time with it. But in reality, what I want to talk about today is what the Yankees must change. What has to change for this team going forward? Now, the big question is, will Little Stein have the balls it takes to make the moves? So again, guys, you already know how I work. I don't write anything down. I got a couple of bulletin points here. I don't research nothing. I might miss some things. I'm going to just talk to you guys as I would talk to you every single day. First thing on my bullet list is rather simple. If the New York Yankees want to get back to past glory, first thing that must happen is Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone must not be back with the New York Yankees. It is so imperative that those two are not returning. Now, I already know what a lot of you are going to say. Pete, we know that's not going to happen. Guys, I'm not even confident that would happen. What I am telling you, the fan, is what I know needs to happen. You want to know why I know? I said it all year long, folks. I got a brain and I got two eyes. And I can tell, I said it all year, what the issues are in this club. For years now, we've been saying this. If you follow me from before NyynewsTV, when it was the Simonetti source, you have it all there. The clips are there. The videos are there. Of all the times I've said, you got to get rid of this guy now. Cashman shouldn't come back. Look at the trade of IKF and Donaldson. It's a horror show the minute it happened. But here we are. The Yankees had a team in 2017, folks. I want to go back to this for a second. They had a team in 2017 who went much further than anyone else expected. They also went to a Game 7 with Houston. Ended up losing and being out. The Yankees then decided in that moment, when many people sat back and said, well, this team's going to win a World Series in the next year or so. The Yankees sat back and said, well, we got to ease up on the players. Sanchez was great then. It was a bit too much, I guess. Apparently, Joe Girardi was too military for the Yankees. So the Yankees said, hey, we got to call in the cream puff. Call in the unicorns. Get the unicornios being made. Get the kindness corns out. All right? It's time to go weak over strength. And that is what we're seeing from these New York Yankees, guys. Don't take it from me. Take it for what they actually do. You guys have heard Aaron Boone's post-game comments. The guy stuck with Josh Donaldson the entire time. They told us IKF was a stopgap. Stopgaps aren't used all year. Stopgaps are only used until your guy's ready. He was the starting shortstop all year. Oswald Peraza comes up the Yankees. No. Only reason he was up because the manager continues to make an ass out of himself and everybody knows it. But we'll keep him here. The manager continues to make an ass out of himself in the postseason. This postseason. Bader's leading off. He had no idea he was leading off. Aaron Boone then tells the media, everybody gets a lineup card. He should know. So you don't go to your typical 7, 8, or 9 hitter and go, hey, look, can we meet you in the office? Come on in. Hey, Harrison, look. We're down. We need some spark at the top of the order. Tomorrow you're going to be leading off. That never happened. Why? Clay Holmes never knew he wasn't unavailable. Never had the conversation with him. Severino and Holmes sit back and go, I don't know, ask Boone. I was good. They asked me before the game, and I said, I'm good. Boone said before that he wasn't available. Luis Severino, Higashioka making excuses. Their manager joins in, so why not? Let's all make excuses. Let's be the excuse club. Let's get David Ortiz to talk to us. Let's watch the 2004 World Series, one of the darkest moments in Yankee history, to motivate us. Let's get into mental coach. We are fucked if Brian Cashman and Boone, either one of them, come back. Fucked. Now, I'll say this. If Boone is fired and they bring in a veteran who's been there and done it, and we see throughout that next season, well, obviously he's making his own moves. He has a set lineup, this and that. Maybe that could work. But Brian Cashman is such a fucking problem. And for people not to recognize that Brian Cashman at this point is not a major failure, and it's time to let this guy go, I don't know what to tell you. Cats like CC Sabathia, former beat writers, other people talking about the season being a success, do me a favor. Go do something else. Yankee fans are sick of this shit. And again, this is why NyynewsTV was created. The Yankees desperately need the mindset of Derek Jeter in their front office. I am not going to sit here and act like I know what positions are available, what position he'd be best at. All I know is Cashman needs to be out. Derek Jeter needs to be into some sort of degree of leadership where he doesn't tolerate the bullshit that this organization is becoming. And Steinbrenner maybe feels, if I get rid of my friend, I got to go to somebody else I know I trust. I don't know what that relationship is like, but we know how George and Jeter were together. Jeter is probably the closest thing you'll get to George Steinbrenner nowadays. When it comes to the fact of, I love the Yankees, one, I'm a fan, and two, I demand a win. I don't think getting to the ALCS meant anything. Who gives a shit? We lost. Who cares? See people out there talking, with all said and done, it was a successful season. My fucking ass it was. That mentality is what keeps us weak. That mentality allows excuses. That mentality allows a former rival to talk to you and your team. That mentality allows you to put the darkest moments in Yankee history on the television to say, let's get motivated by this. Fuck off. And that's why I will work night, day, every single moment that I have on this earth to fix and fight against the bullshit that the media, company men, and these scumbags who don't give a shit about you, the fan. All they care is that you show up and shut up. Not here. I don't allow it. I won't allow it. We're going to grow. We're going to continue to grow grassroots and build and build and build to put pressure on this bullshit organization that they've become. Because, guys, if you love the Yankees and you love Yankee history, understand that they are fucking it up. They're killing it. If it's a building, they're going at the foundation. They're eating at it. They're biting it to collapse. They're Bah, bah. They're hammering away at it. They want it to collapse. They are putting so much separation between Yankee greatness and Yankee failure that you can't even recognize the greatness anymore compared to what they are now. You can't. So if Steinbrenner doesn't find his balls, and understand, you're the boss. You make the fucking rules. Nobody else. You're the boss. And if it is about the bottom dollar for you, and you don't care, bro, do me a favor. Put your head out the window. Listen to your fans. Hop on Twitter for a second. Scroll through. Because even the company men cats are kind of on the same train that NyynewsTV been on for years. That's why I tell you guys, we don't bullshit you. Of course, we're going to give credit when credit is due. Yankees are playing well. They're doing the right things. They're doing hit and runs. Of course, I'm going to come out and go, Aaron Boone looks different this year. I like it. I like it. Because I don't have a vendetta. I want the Yankees to win. And I said all year, Yankees got to do hit and runs. They got to steal base. They got to get more contact. Got to do all that. Beginning of the year, they were doing it a little bit. And then they tailed away from it. Even the second half of the season when they got the right players to do it, they didn't do it. Hell, they didn't know how to fucking make a lineup. So whether that's Fishman, send his ass to Mars. Get rid of all of them. Total recall type shit. I don't know anything about Mars. Whatever it is, get them out of there. Get them all out. Guys, I wrote a couple of things on here. I'll read them to you right now. Cashman, Boone, philosophy, Judge, young guys. Okay? I don't need no notes. I never do. I do what I do. Let's talk philosophy. It comes from the top. Guys, if you cannot see that these guys are the New York pussy wimps, I don't know what else to tell you. And again, I want people to understand what I'm talking about here. I'm not saying you don't be friendly with other teams. I'm not saying you just come out there and you be pricks. I'm not saying that. But on the ball field, you got to be the bully in the room. They got to get back to the bully in the room. And what I mean by that is you beat the shit out the pitcher. You got guys that are gamers. Nobody does the... Guys, Aaron Boone since 2018. I gave him all 2018. I said, it's his first year. Leave him. He's going to make mistakes. You got to let him ride. 2019 came and I said, this is the sloppy Yankees. They weren't prepared. I said year after year, it's the only team that comes out, they're not prepared. They can't feel the ball. They miss pop-ups. They don't run to first base. They hit the ball in the gap, they try to pimp it, and they're at first base. They don't go first to third. They don't go first to home. The philosophy of this club must change quickly, and that starts with Brian Cashman, Mike Fishman, and Aaron Boone. Folks, this team needs a leader. I don't want to hear, oh, Aaron Judge is a leader. Aaron Judge had a lot of moments this year where he wasn't a leader. And I'm going to keep it up. I love Judge. My next bullet point is you must bring him back. Name him the captain. But don't give me this shit that he's the leader. Maybe he is in the clubhouse a little bit. But there's many moments this year where this team desperately needed balls, and they showed none of it. The Miles Straw incident. Your fans were called the worst in baseball. None of you spoke up besides Aaron Boone. Good for him. But he didn't even go hard enough. The Josh Donaldson incident. You all threw him under the bus when the dude was playing good finally. You guys all threw your own guy under the bus. And the team kind of collapsed after that moment. I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but I tell you what the Yankees didn't have then. They didn't have a leader. They didn't have a leader. They didn't have somebody to come out and go, guys, this is all hoopla. This is all blah, 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 blah. We're looking to win ball games. That's all I got to say on it. We'll talk about everything else in the clubhouse. To you guys, that's all we got to say about it. Not the bullshit. Well, Tim Anderson's he's the face of the game, and he's a brilliant player, and I don't think it was right. Fuck you! Pussy whip Yankees! That shit needs to end now. Now. Aaron Boone's post games all the time, not knowing what the hell is going on. How does it happen, folks? You explain to me. You're not stupid. You know baseball. You're not dumb. You've watched it. I don't care if you watched the game for 5 years. You could sit and watch this guy every day and go, guys, something's wrong here. This guy can't lead his team. Enough. Stop the charade. He can't manage the Yankees no more. Enough. Stop it. Time to move on. Brian Cashman. We're a World Series team. We need a short. Guys, I'm going to go back and explain it again. And I can't believe I got to do this because everybody said, oh, Pete, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong in the offseason. You guys were negative guys. You're negative. We told the truth. We told, if you can't handle the truth, then this isn't the place for you. I'm sorry. If you want to be patted on the back and share a bowl of unicornios, this ain't the place for you. Brian Cashman, Aaron Boone, and Steinbrenner. I'm going to take you back to last offseason after the Yankees lost the wild card game. Brian Cashman, Boone, and Steinbrenner had the same things to say. The roster needs work. They need a shortstop. It is a main need. The players need to be better. I'm not going to count Anthony Rizzo because he was on the team on the wild card when they lost. He was there already. They re-signed him, yeah, but he was there. So he was part of the players that needed to be better. The Yankees went out there and said, we just picked up Josh Donaldson, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and Ben Rortvedt, who nobody even knows if he's alive right now. And then they had the nerve to come out in spring after these deals and say, we're a World Series caliber team. And a lot of you ate it up. A lot of you did the same thing you do every year. And look, let me say something else real quick. I don't blame you. You want to know why? You want to believe in Yankee leadership. You want to believe that, you know what? If we did improve this much defensively, maybe it would add 5 to 10 wins to our club. And maybe having Rizzo back, maybe Joey Gallo was going to be a little better. Maybe all these little things would have worked. But then you got me. And you got people like on my network who see through the bullshit and go, guys, am I missing something here? But I still see tons of red flags. Tons of them. And the Yankees just came out and said, we're a World Series team. Yankees then come out there and they play way over their head. Or, like I was saying during that time, be happy right now. I'm happy right now. I can't believe how good they're playing. But the red flags have not shown themselves yet that we know exist. And then the Donaldson incident happens. They start to lose. And then one after the other, those little red flags, ping, 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 ping. They start poking their ugly heads out. Hey, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Injury, 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 injury. Bad play, bad play, bad play. Not the best defensive shortstop in baseball. But according to Boone, he should have won a gold glove. He should have won a gold glove. Are you sick of it yet? Have you had enough? Philosophy needs to change. It needs to revert back to pitch counts. Guys that battle. Gamers. Contact. You got the power. Add contact. I'll talk a little about it. I'm not going to go into major detail. I will eventually, not today. Today I'm talking about the obvious that needs to change. Offensively, contact. I don't want to hear it. Contact, Judge, and your friggin' youth that you promised us were only held back due to a stopgap that became the starter forever. Peraza was ready. We never saw him. We saw Cabrera in the regular season. He looks good. Should he be given a spot next year? No. He should have to earn it. Cabrera's role next year should be a super utility role. He has to earn it still, that he could play almost every day at a different position. But you got to lock this shit down. Gleyber Torres, see ya. Jack Job the left. IKF, see ya. Jack Job the center or the bench. Josh Donaldson, bam, grand slam. Get the fuck out of here, Jack Job, you're out. Aaron Hicks, boom, cannon. Go. Oh, we got a middle infield available? Interesting. How can we fill that middle infield and third base? Well, one, we could be the Yankees, and we can add somebody who would make all the sense in the world that goes along, to me, in my opinion, with guys that we missed. Like Bryce Harper, like Manny Machado. You know what those guys are? Hard-nosed players. Oh, they got bad attitudes. No, they want to fucking win. They're gamers. Stop with this shit of, oh, they have attitudes. The guy slides hard to the second base. Good. The Yankees need balls. They should be all over Carlos Correa. I don't care where you play him. Shortstop, third base, I don't care. Bring him in. Bring Judge back. Get Benintendi back. If you got to get two of them, give me Judge, give me Correa. I really like Benintendi because they need a leadoff hitter. Bader looked good, but Bader's your center fielder. Yankees are losing a shit ton of money. On top of that, let me throw this out there. On top of that, you move on from Gleyber Torres. You don't got to give this guy 9, 10, 11 million next year. Trade him. Whatever you could get back. Let that salary go away. You replace that with $750,000. Oswald Peraza. Anthony Volpe. Stop right there. Josh Donaldson. $25 million next year? I don't care if you eat half of it. Do it. Save the 12.5. Aaron Hicks. Dump him. Give him away. Pay $6 million a year. You save $4 million a year. Fuck it. Save it. Right there alone, you're saving 25 plus with those three guys. Add an IKF, whatever he gets, 4, 5, 6 million. Whatever it is. Either leave him on the bench or get rid of him too. Save yourself more money. You got Chapman going. You got Britton going away. But you need a creative GM in that regard. A guy that recognizes, forget my ego. These moves were wrong. Time to move on. That's what you need. You want to fill out your infield then? You got your stars. You got your power. Now give us what you promised us. I don't want to hear the bullshit that Anthony Volpe isn't ready. Let him learn here. If he's as good as we all believe and are told and have seen with our own eyes, some of us, play him. I don't care if he's at second base and Peraza's at shortstop or third. I don't care if he's at shortstop, Correa's at third, and Peraza's at second. Enough is enough. Leave them. Put them in. Coach, they're ready to play. Enough. You don't need to put $9, $10 million at every position. Lock in Correa. Lock in Judge. Lock in Benintendi. You already right there alone are so greatly improved. But you need somebody in that dugout that doesn't tolerate bullshit. I don't know if you could get Terry Francona from Cleveland. I doubt it. I don't know what the hell Mike Scioscia's doing in retirement. I don't know if Don Mattingly's going to come here. I don't know the answer. But you need an owner, you need a Derek Jeter type somewhere up there that's saying, yeah, guys, put them in there. These guys are hungry. They're going to want to win. Get them in there. You got Judge. You got Stanton. You got Carlos. You got Benny up top. You're set. Hell, if you can move DJ LeMahieu, figure it out at this point. Figure it out. If not, you don't give him a position. Don't guarantee him shit. Let him earn it. Let him fight with one of the young guys to get playing time. Let him DH some games. Let him play first base some games. Second, third. Don't guarantee these guys spots. Let them earn it. The past doesn't mean shit no more. It's done. Let them earn it. They must earn it. So the biggest change the Yankees have to make, folks, and on top of that too, think about your catcher situation. I love Trevino. Trevino showed, maybe it's because it's the first year, you got to get used to it. He can't start every single day. He can't do it every day. If you got Brian Cash, you're probably going to bet on Rortvet. Probably being there for Higgy. Higgy's starting to make more money. You got to get rid of him too. Look to see what catchers are available. Look to see if there's a catcher out there that's done it. I don't care if he's older. Again, I don't need a guy that hits 240, 260. If he bats 220, but is great defensively, but can manage that workload, give me him to go with Trevi. But guys, you need a manager who's really handling this club. And I'm going to say something else. Does this mean you get rid of analytics? No, but you do it better. You do it better. You mix it. You got to mix it. Enough with this Rizzo leading off, Judge leading off. Enough of the shit. Bring Benny back. That's the perfect leadoff hitter. Benny, Bader, Judge. Benny, Correa, Judge. That's what you need to do. Enough of this shit. Really, enough. Stop it. Stop it. It's time to wake up. And guys, I'm telling you now, if they're both back, expect the same shit. I'll do my part, everything I can do, but look, we grew a ton. I don't know if any Yankee channel grew as much as we did in our first year of doing this. I don't know. But I know we bust our ass for you guys, and we're going to keep doing it. There's already rumors out there that Toronto's planning a huge deal for Ohtani. Everybody's going to get better. The Yankees must wake up. They must wake up, guys. They have to. They need a real manager. He's not a real manager. They need real leadership. Cashman got to go. Fishman got to go. Hell, pull guys away. Gary Dembo, get him back with Jeter. Jeter and Gary Dembo, let him be the GM. Jeter be the president of baseball operations. I don't know. Philosophy got to change. That losing isn't okay. It's got to change. It's got to change. So guys, remember the NYYST podcast will be live tonight at 8:30. We're going to have a great thank you video, a wrap-up video coming your guys' way. I'll still be calling the World Series game starting on Friday. So join me for game season for that. We'll have podcasts, maybe some new ones coming. We're working on some huge things for next year. You guys already know. Any way you want to help, any way you feel you can help, NyynewsTV at yahoo.com. Hit me up. Maybe my voice will heal up by Friday. I'll be ready to rock and roll, but we got a lot of great things coming your guys' way. We'll be extremely active all off season into spring training, the World Baseball Classic, all that fun stuff. So behind the scenes videos, all that stuff coming up. So guys, without further ado, I am Pete Simonetti for NYY News TV. Real talk for the real fan. Make the changes, Yankees. You know what to do. Use your brain, use your eyes. Do it.